Welcome to another edition of Media Mondays. I'm El Michelle, and I'm so excited, as always, because I get to talk to some of my friends, my colleagues, my sisters in the media industry about what they're doing to make a difference, to make impact, what they want to share about media right now. And I have my sister, Nicole Everett. If you're in the Tallahassee area, maybe not even just Tallahassee, Florida, in general, the Southeast region, wherever you are, you may have heard about Conversations with Nicole. That is her signature talk show that has been around since 2016. And now she's expanding even more. So she is definitely making impact in media. And I just wanted to talk to her and say what's up and see what she wanted to share. So, Nicole, thank you so much for being here with me.
Greetings, El Michelle. Thank you so much for having me. It truly is an honor and pleasure to be with you today.
I mean, Nicole, here's one thing I like about you. Let's just start off rip that I like how you're unafraid to just really do big market type media style programming where you are. That's nothing, no shade on us being in Tallahassee. It's the capital of Florida, be clear, but you just do it on a very premium level. When you started your talk show, tell us a little bit about Conversations with Nicole.
So, started in March of 2016 as a video blog show on Facebook and YouTube only. And after 25 episodes, expanded to the local Fox affiliate as paid programming, which I was paying for the programming. Did have a few donors, and then evolved to have sponsors that would pay for advertising on the show. So we were doing a 30-minute show that ran on Thursdays at 11:30 a.m. on the local Fox affiliate here in Tallahassee, Florida. Mm-hmm. And we have completed a total of 8 seasons. 5 of those 8 seasons have been on television. All of them are on the YouTube channel, Conversations with Nicole. And it's just been a labor of love. I really have enjoyed it.
Nicole, let's break this thing down. So is it an idea? Are you on your couch one day? You're like, look, I'm about to do a talk show. Like, what's good? Like, talk to us.
No, nothing like that at all. It actually started because Nefertari's restaurant here in Tallahassee, which is no longer open to the public, started serving lunch in 2015, in May of 2015. I missed the opening, but the next week I invited someone to have lunch with me and took a picture of our food and us and did a Facebook post to try to encourage people to come for lunch because I love their food. So I did that every week from May to December of 2015, taking pictures of me and my guests and our food, and did a little bit about maybe either how I met them or some of what we may have discussed and just how great the food was. So by the end of the year, I'm at holiday parties and gatherings, and people are giving me grief because I have not taken them to Nefertari's for lunch.
Wow.
So, yeah. So by mid-January 2016, a girlfriend of mine was like, you need to start a blog. I was like, oh, what? She said, you need to start a video blog. So I met with my friend, partner, brother, Gerald Tookes, and said, hey, I'm going to start this blog. I need you to, show me how to do a video on my phone. And he has a production company, and he being the great friend that he is, he's like, no, I'm not doing that. If you're going to do it, we're going to do it right. So
wow.
He has been on board since day one, believing in the vision and the dream, and has assisted me. He's the technical arm of Conversations with Nicole. And, he would come and set up, I would schedule the lunches, the shows at a certain time. He would get there 30 minutes before us and set up the lights and the cameras and the mics. And we come, get mic'd up, order our food, have the conversation, our food come out. That's all the conversation we have time for today, and we'll see you next time. So, yeah.
I never knew that story. I don't know how much you tell that story or whatever, but this is such an encouragement to me in this moment because it shows that there really is a story behind all the media that we're all doing. You know, there's some way that we got connected to doing this, and sometimes people just don't know, and everything comes from a seed. So you just started with a picture, and then more conversations, and then 8 seasons later, and you're on YouTube. Here we are with conversations with Nicole, branding everywhere.
Absolutely. And now with the network. So,
tell us. Yes.
So listen, so Gerald and I weren't particularly pleased with some of the nuances of being on the network with the paid programming, because you're kind of at the mercy of the network. So if they have some national, something or another that they need to broadcast, you can get bumped. They can, relegate how many seasons you have to do, a minimum requirement, these sorts of things. So we actually have begun the research of trying to have our own network. So we looked at several offerings that other organizations had to offer, but this one came, and we thought this is it. This is the time, and this was like the end of last year that we decided to connect with the folks that we interface with in order to be on Roku. But it's been a journey because there's certain requirements that you have to meet, and we were in a test mode for a bit before we launched. And currently what's being broadcast are season 7 and 8 of Conversations with Nicole, but we are in search of content creators that have content currently ready to go. We're looking for folks that have short films, movies, docu-series. We need everything because we're trying to tell the stories of Black and brown folks, and we want to do that in professional but meaningful ways. So we'll probably forever be looking for content because I feel like there's so many stories to be told.
Yes,
and
there are.
we're excited about helping to bring those to our platform and to the forefront. So
how can someone go ahead. Tell us about Roku.
Has 40 million viewers, 40 viewers, and we are trying to gain access to all of those viewers. One, to again help the world see, because 40 million viewers, that's a lot of viewers. Help the world see what specifically Black and brown folks here in America can do. But the sky is the limit. One of the things that I really like about this is that we have the option of video on demand. So that's become quite popular, especially during the pandemic, where you can just, turn on your television and look at whatever you want to when you are ready and able to watch it. But there's also a live stream feature as well, such that, if you select that, then if something happens, while you're watching live stream, it'll interrupt your regularly scheduled program to go, live with whatever it is that's being broadcast. So pretty cool.
So the Greater Work Network already launched, and I know recently you had a contest for creators. So I mean, you announced some winners. So how can people get involved? You said you want stories of Black and brown people. Is there a particular format that you name the various formats, but is there anything in particular? Or are you just looking for all types of content?
So quality, we definitely are looking for a high quality product, and we will definitely give some guidance on that. I think probably most of the folks that we may interface with, this may not be their main thing that they're doing. This may be something that they're doing on the side. So we will definitely be stressing the importance of the branding piece. And we have some brand agents on deck that will help facilitate that piece of what we're looking in terms of the quality and the excellence in whatever is being presented on the broadcast. So, we've gotten quite a few ideas, and even those folks that did enter the contest but did not win, we're looking for some ways that we can partner with them anyway, because they had some really great ideas.
Right.
And we want to try to see how we can maybe work some magic and make some things happen. So
Well,
there are no losers.
wow. Listen, I feel compelled. I better, bring something to the table. Like, we all need to support this network, especially
Yeah.
those of us, Black and brown, who are in media. We know things now. What is your take on the way things are now and being presented? I feel like there's more more reality content than ever. I feel like it's more open now. Some of the stories that we knew were happening in our communities are now, the spotlight is on them due to these kind of community journalist type, not trying to be community journalists, but those who are capturing these moments of injustice and different things like that. What is your take on our responsibility as minorities in media? What do you feel like our responsibility is at this time?
So I think we have to not get caught up into sensationalism. I think we've seen a whole lot of that. And, to me, that comes from a desire to have ratings. And, that can translate in this era of social media into people trying to get likes and views and that sort of thing. And while, yes, I do believe that has its place, I know that is the measuring stick for, most of your funders, most of your, people who are influencers. Is it really sincere and genuine and authentic? So, I think authenticity is key. And I think as minority media organizations, that is what we should be striving for, is authentically telling our stories.
And I think it's worth noting that even in the George Floyd video, which I still reflect on that, because when I first saw it, I just did not know that that's the way it was going to go. Like, I knew this could be bad, but I never thought I would see someone die right before me on TV like that.
Right.
I think it's worth noting too that that was captured by a teenager. And so our younger generation is aware of the power of video, of the power of capturing things that in the end, this created, it really created a lot of the racial revolution. It was already brewing, but that was just kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back. That was the one. Not to minimize any others, but to think that a teenager captured that, to me, it just stuck out to me, of our responsibility to be on the lookout for things that might not be quite right, and not be fearful of capturing those things and possibly later sharing them for the common good.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Agreed.
So, man, so we got Greater Work Network. We can definitely follow you on all the social media networks, I know, to find out more about that. Just in closing, what is your advice to someone who wants to get started in vlogging now? What is your talk show advice? What are you seeing? What trends are you seeing? I know you love platforms like this, but talk to us about what you're seeing.
I do. So again, can't say enough about authenticity. For someone who wants to get started, and I've had this question a lot for newcomers in this space, I just say get started. I mean, that's really the best advice that I can give. I consider myself to be a conversationalist, not a journalist, although it may feel kind of journalistic, some of my broadcasting, but I'm really all about, us talking, us getting to know one another better and sharing that with, in a more public way. But also, my mantra is that, we all have gifts and talents that the world is waiting for. And we can't sit on these gifts. We cannot. Otherwise, life will pass us by and we'll be thinking or saying woulda, shoulda, coulda. So,
Right.
I'm all about trying to connect folks who are on my show, their gifts, their talents, their passions, their initiatives with the world. It brings me great joy when someone sees a Denise Shorter of women empowering each other, talking about how she supports new mothers with diapers and wipes and formula for their babies. And someone calls me and says, "Hey, I saw that interview that you did with the woman from We. How do I connect with her to donate to her cause?" Like, that brings me chills. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what it's all about, is community connection. So that my tagline, connecting the community through conversations, is all about that. So even though it says conversations with Nicole and I am Nicole, it's really not about me. It's about all of you. So
Mm-hmm.
I love to share what folks in the community are doing. So I would
Listen.
say get started. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Start shooting a video, plan out what you want to do. If it's you want to have a talk show, who do you want your guests to be? What do you want your topics to be? And just get started. I think that these social platforms have made this so easy now. Much easier to have your own show or your own project than ever before. So it's a great time to do this sort of thing. So I would just encourage you to get started and be consistent. That would be my second piece of advice. Man, be consistent. So consistency is so key, and you probably have heard it 1,000 times, but I'm telling you,
It's real.
gotta stick with it. Like, so I do a live broadcast every Monday and Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Oh, when I first started, there were some days I was like, I'm ready to give up. I can't do it. But I have stuck with it, and now it's something that really brings me joy. So I look forward to it. I think the viewers that come on look forward to it. So consistency, consistency, consistency.
And that is key. And you are a living testimony of that. And
Yeah,
we are just happy. I'm so happy that you just spent some time, man, just to
of
come
course.
by and talk with us and to share your story, your media story with us, and just to inspire us. And so we appreciate it. Again, Conversations with Nicole, you can find out different ways to get connected to her. Just, look in the description and you
Yeah.
can see those various ways. And remember, subscribe to be notified of
Yes.
all these great talks that we're having on Media Mondays. So, Nicole, thank you so much. You're awesome.
Thank you, El Michelle. Truly my pleasure, and I wish you all the best with what you're doing. With Media
Oh,
Mondays.
Media Mondays. Thank you so much, Nicole. Thank y'all. And we'll see you next time. Until then, be well inside out. All right.